Welcome to the February 26, 2024 Park Board meeting. If you will all stand for the Pledge of Allegiance to be led by Ann Kirshner.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, Ann. Please make sure your cell phone ringers are off at this time. And Kelly, will you the roll call, please?
Amy Hammonds,
Present.
Angie McMullen,
Here.
Ann Kirshner,
Here.
Vane Lashua,
Here.
Julie Fisher,
Here.
Sasha Henderson.
Here.
Thank you. Did everybody get a chance to go over the minutes from the January 22nd meeting? So are there any additions or corrections to those minutes?
I found two English teacher typos.
Okay.
On the second page that Dave called, the paragraph begins with Dave Caldwell. It's invasive, not evasive plants in that paragraph.
Invasive plants, okay. All right.
And sign-ups on the sports page there. It should be sign-ups.
Okay.
Sorry.
No, you're fine. Thank you. Anything else? We'll take those revisions and make those changes. Thank you. All right. Not any other corrections or additions? We'll entertain a motion to approve.
I motion to approve the minutes from last meeting.
Second.
Okay. All those in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carried. All right, Marla, the superintendent's report.
Okay, so we are currently taking applications through the end of this week for lifeguards. I am happy to say that we have 20 lifeguards, those who are coming back, but also new applicants. So that is wonderful news. Those who are not certified, they will be going through the certification class, and we hope that, we wish them well and hope that they pass, and then they'll be working for us this summer. We are also taking applications for part-time maintenance staff. So those applications can be picked up at the park office. And then, let's see, we've been having a meeting with HWC Engineering, and we are planning the 5-year comprehension parks master plan. And so there is currently a community survey posted. This is what it looks like online. There's a link. You can scan the QR code. Please encourage everyone you know to take that survey. Ask them to share it, or if you can share it on your Facebook page, ask others to share it on their Facebook page, because we really would like to have a great turnout for that survey so that we can have a really good read on what community members are asking for the parks. And then that will, we'll start that planning process. We are going to have a public meeting on March 12th from 6 to 7 at the Miller Building in the banquet hall. And this is just HWC will be there, and they will be going over the information of the plan, what we're looking for, what our thoughts are. They'll go over surveys that have been turned in so far, and just kind of give a rundown of where we stand currently with the survey. And then the survey will be up until April, the mid of April or end of April. So we just ask that everybody shares that survey and participates in the survey as well. Grace has been doing pool concession interviews. So I think she's wrapping those up this week, and then we're going to make our selections on those who will be working at the pool concessions. We had a great turnout of applications for that as well. So that was really good. I met with Jess and Brian from the Community Benefits at Reed Hospital, and we are working on a partnership program for services to be offered at the park, such as Living Well, Aging Well, Discovery Camp, youth sports programming, and community events. Could be potentially included in this plan. And so their partnership is going to be to provide educational services, some financial support, community outreach, and other partnerships like that. So I'm working on creating the spreadsheet of requests, and then they're going to review that, and they're going to take that to their board, and the board will decide, you know, what they would like to support. And so that's going to be a great partnership for us, and then that will be ongoing, and so we won't need to apply for the grants that they offer, because this is going to be specific for the Parks Department. David Caldwell, he received an REMC grant, and they are going to use that money to purchase seed covering for for John Connor Nature Preserve. So they've been doing some cleanup, getting rid of some invasive species, and they are going to then cover the ground with the seeds and just help maintain that in certain areas out there. So that will be, he will be doing that at times. And then speaking of John Connor Nature Preserve, I will have a meeting with Brad from Utilities in March, and we will be meeting with some gentlemen that he's been working with through his project, and they're going to give us information on Smalley's and John Connor Nature Preserve and what steps we need to take to move forward to getting that open. So I don't have an opening date yet, but hopefully end of March or beginning of April, I'll know a little bit more information once I have that meeting with them. And then the park fee schedule was approved by City Council at the February 20th meeting, so we will implement all of those new fees March 1st. And anybody that's registering current sports with us, that will not be changed. They will be grandfathered into what we're currently paying right now. The new fee schedule will start for the sports at the later sports sign up, so probably soccer in the fall. And then we also, anyone who has already booked an event with us before March 1st, they will also carry the current rates. We will not charge them the new rates. So, soccer, t-ball, softball, and baseball registrations are currently going on right now. So you can sign up at the office, you can sign up online through our app. So make sure to get signed up. And then flyers were sent home to all of the elementary schools. So they should all be aware that our sign-ups are going on. It's also on Facebook as well, with a QR code that you can scan to sign up online. Okay, I have some pictures to show you. Let me see if they're ready to go. Maybe.
Fingers always work.
Okay, so this first picture is the Career Center contacted me back in the fall, and they wanted to do a project for us. And so we came up with picnic benches, and we just had to provide the cost of the picnic, of the wood material, things like that, but they put them together. So our guys went to pick them up, and they showed up with this cute little
Pyramid.
thing that they created. So they wanted to get a picture and everything before they took them down.
How
So,
many benches
yeah.
did they actually make? It's hard for me to see.
What we have, 16. Oh, I can't remember now.
But a goodly
Looks
I
number.
feel like it
16.
was 16.
So it's a
park
good number
benches,
then.
Picnic tables, yes.
Wow.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so our guys
Good
have,
picture.
we've delivered them to the park and they've been painting, all of them, getting them prepped for summer, so.
As compared to
That's cool.
purchasing these already pre-assembled and having all the labor done for free, do you have any concept of the cost differentiation in that if we had bought 16 picnic tables
What was
outright as opposed to just paying for the materials?
Yeah, it cost us, total, and we gave them like a percentage, to help support their program. And it ran about, between $70 and $90 a picnic table, which is really good.
Yeah.
Because my guy said, we
lumber
can't
is-
really
yeah.
build it for that, so,
Well, and we certainly can't buy them for that.
no, definitely not.
That's great.
So, okay, in January, we had, our dugout blow over with the windstorm that we had. So I just brought these to show you guys what we've been doing down at the ball field. So this was the dugout, and the guys started cleaning that up, and they're gonna rebuild it at some point. The high school baseball team contacted us and asked if they could help in any way. So Logan's been talking to them to see if there's anything that they're able to do as far as manpower of, if we're gonna do the bricks, can you do the manpower of help setting the bricks? Or if we're gonna do it just a regular fence, we're not quite sure yet, but we'll have that done before ball season. So then we've been having a lot of issues with this restroom. This is in the far back of the field. Not one that gets used during ball season typically. They use the one up by the concession stands. So I told them just go check it out, and Mike went over with the tractor, as you see here, on this right corner and just barely tapped it, and it just started to crumble. So, and we've had a lot of homeless living in there this winter, and so we decided to take it down, and he barely touched it, and that's what happened. It just started coming down. So they didn't build it with rebar in the middle of them to secure it. So he said it just started crumbling, and I'm sure with through the years of all of the floods we've had down there, it's just where it's breaking down. And I'm pretty sure that's what happened with the dugout as well. It's just years of flooding, and the dugout didn't have rebar in the middle of
It was
it
built
either.
in
So,
1997.
It's just old.
yeah,
The dugout was built in 1997.
yeah. So
So-
they just.
It doesn't owe us anything.
So this was them taking the restrooms down, and that's the that's the end, or the completion of it. And I don't know that we'll do anything with it except for we may put a picnic table there or something, but they cleaned it up pretty good. So, and then we're gonna have something done with that electric box that's sticking out there. We'll have House Plumbing or somebody come and take care of that so that it's not sticking out like that. It's secure, like nobody can get hurt at the moment, but we don't want it staying like that, so. And then our Living Well, Aging Well program has been going on for the month of February. Grace has taken that on, and she's done a great job having the activities each month. And so I brought some pictures to show you what's been going on. We've been offering, so the Living Well, Aging Well program is for 50 and older. And I feel like it's been great. For the first month, we've had great turnouts of people coming. We have shuffleboard, which was a lot of fun. We purchased the shuffleboard mats with our READ grant that we received last year. And we've had pickleball, and then cards and conversations, which today I believe was the largest group we had with, I think I counted 15 today, and they all seemed to have a lot of fun. We had new people show up today. We have had some regulars that have came every single time. So that's been a lot of fun to, I think they're enjoying it. There's lots of laughter and talking, and they seem to be enjoying it. So I know that Grace in her packet put the March calendar in yours. So you should have the March calendar if anybody asks you any questions, but you'll have the schedule there. We are we're working with Purdue Extension Office, Stephanie from that office, and she's going to be teaching a class each month. And then we are adding chair yoga and line dancing as well to the March calendar. And then this Thursday is our, what do we call it? Our monthly meeting. I never can remember. I don't know why. We're having a monthly meeting for Living Well, Aging Well on Thursday. We're going to try that once a month. And that's just so that people who have been coming to these activities can give us their feedback. They can tell us what they're liking, or if they want us to add something new. And so I think it's been going over really well, and people are excited to have something to participate in. Logan went this month to a camp summit training day, and he got a lot of good information from that training that he went to. And one thing that he came to me and told me about that he took away from there was a park in Indiana. They have a summer camp, and they have junior counselors that are age 13 and 14, and they come, they pay their daily registration fee as they're there, just like all the other kids, but they get a discounted rate. And then they come and they get to train with the counselors, and they get to see like the inside scoop of what the counselors do and have a little bit of responsibility. And then that will encourage them hopefully to come and work with us once they turn 15. Yeah. And so it's just like a training program, and they get to see what it's all about to be a counselor. And then hopefully by the time they're 18, or 15, they'll want to come and be a part of the Summer Discovery Camp and be a counselor. So that's something we may look into adding, and I think is a great idea. And it lets them be a part. There's also extra eyes playing with the kids and things like that. So, and watching the kids. So I think it's a great opportunity to offer. And then Grace became certified in lifeguard management as well. She took an online class, and that, I think that was helpful for just preparing to manage the lifeguards this summer at the pool. And then, let's see, our insurance that we, I talked about this last fall, but our insurance was going up for our sports because of our participants that we have. And so we will be having that new insurance starting in March, and I believe it's March 1st it's going to start. And I believe that you have that packet, so if you have any questions, it should all be there on what the coverage is going to be. But this will cover all players, coaches, managers, volunteers, everything. So everybody will be covered if you register with us, or if you're a coach with us, or anything like that. It'll cover Logan, anybody, if he has volunteers that work with him, it'll cover all of that. So that's going to be something good for us to have for our sports department. And then we are looking for volunteers to help on April 8th at the eclipse viewing. We're going to have viewing options at the racetrack at Roberts Park, and then also at the soccer fields out on Veterans. And so we're gonna split up our team. If anybody is willing or interested in helping us, we're gonna need help parking, working concessions, because we're gonna have both locations will have concessions open, and we'll be selling those glasses and doing some other things. So we will need help if anybody is interested. or if you know of anybody.
What time is that?
Well, the committee that I've been meeting with, the emergency management, Wade Walling, he is guessing that people will start parking around 10. And so I'm gonna have everybody set up and ready at each location at 10 o'clock, maybe just a little before that. And the viewing isn't going to be until around
3.
3.
Yeah.
I know.
2 and 3.
But what we anticipate is that everyone will arrive early to get a spot, but then they'll leave quickly after it's over. And so we'll need lots of people helping to direct traffic, especially at the end. So even if you don't come till like 2:30 or 3 to help, we'll have something for people to do.
Well, there's no
So-
school that day,
Right,
so that, there won't be any school traffic,
yes.
because that would be a mess.
But they're anticipating a lot of people coming to watch, but I don't know where, like what locations they're going to choose.
The soccer field would be excellent. I'm not sure about some of the other, if the more raised it is, there was a big thing on it on national TV today about Eclipse Day and people in Texas and from all the states that are going to be impacted that day. And
Yeah.
hotels in some areas that had jacked up their prices for the one night and that kind of good stuff. But
Yeah,
I think any place that's a little bit elevated is good. We just pray that it's a nice day.
yes.
But are most
We hope.
places, like businesses closing for the day? Because like,
Not that we've been
yeah,
told.
I can't
uh-uh.
imagine there'll be
Just the school is
schools,
closed.
that's, yeah.
City is not closing. We've not heard, in the last meeting that I went to, we haven't heard of any businesses closing.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, Roots is going to, they want to do a little bit of partnership with us at Industrial Ballpark. And the first thing they want to do is they're going to create and build a little free library. And they're going to stock it and put it at the industrial ball field. And then they may come up with some other services that they want to provide, but they just feel like that park in general is kind of in their backyard, and so they want to help out. And so they were going to meet with their staff and their committee and see what it is that they want to.
Because there's
To
a
partner
free
with.
library right over on Grand Avenue. So it's just basically 2 blocks away.
Yeah,
But not having to cross Western might be a
yeah.
better situation.
Yeah, and there's quite a few kids that will go play on that playground and the basketball courts and everything that live in those neighborhoods back there. So they just feel like that's something that they can help give back to the community
It's
and
in
do.
their backyard.
Yeah. And then the next couple things, some upcoming meetings that I want to talk about. The park plan meeting, which I just talked about, is March 12th from 6 to 7 p.m. at the Miller Building in the Banquet Hall. And this is open to public. Bunnies and Brownies will be March 21st from 5 to 7. We did that last year, and that's we're going to do that again this year. So pictures with the bunny, and we're going to have booths set up with different activities to do, and we'll be giving out brownies as well. And that's at the Miller Building from 5 to 7. We're doing something new, and it's called Breakfast and Bunny Painting on March 23rd from 9 to 11. It's Saturday morning. We're selling tickets, 1 adult and 1 child ticket combined, and they will come, they will get breakfast, and then they will be able to paint a picture of an Easter bunny on canvas. So that's from 9 to 11 on March 23rd. And then April 8th is the eclipse viewing at Roberts Park Racetrack and the soccer complex. Parking is $10, and we will have glasses for purchase, and our concession stands will be open as well. And then the Elders Luncheon is May 16th. that's it for my report.
Cost,
It was a lot.
just real quick for the
Uh-huh.
public, the cost for the one adult, one child ticket for the bunnies and
Was that 35?
painting?
$35.
Okay, thank you.
Uh-huh.
All right, thanks, Marla. And, let's see, the athletic director, we're skipping that because Logan is not here.
Yeah, he, not a whole lot, well, there is a lot going on, but basketball's wrapping up. There's tournaments going on next week, the next couple weeks for boys rec basketball and then men's league and church league basketball. And then spring soccer signups is currently going on and softball and t-ball, which I mentioned earlier, so.
Okay. All right, Assistant Superintendent, your report?
Okay, so I've been, like Marla said, I've been working on the lifeguard and concession workers. Hopefully, we're going to wrap that up soon. We did put something out on our Facebook that applications are due by Friday. That way, we will not accept any more after Friday. I did talk with the lady that we're hoping to have do the certifications for lifeguard, and we're still in the process on the date and time for that. There is some complications with Red Cross that she has to get passed until she can give us an exact date.
Okay.
From the lifeguards that have been certified already or were certified on their own over the past summer, I've gotten those and they're in a stack ready for, to be sent to City Hall whenever everyone is certified. Like Marla said, concession workers, we will be letting them know either via mail or text as they are hired or are not hired. Through mail will be not chosen. And then we will also be in touch with them about the group meeting to let them know about all the information that they need to know for the summer. With our Living Well, Aging Well, we have had a great turnout for all of our events. We started off February with about 4 participants, and we have jumped to at least 15 plus participants, so it has grown a lot in the last month. So we're hoping that will grow even more. Let's see. We did purchase some new games. We purchased Uno and Skip-Bo Phase 10, just some games that people suggested that we get because they enjoyed playing them. I've been in contact with Stephanie about planning classes. We do have one for the month of March, and then I will be planning one, hopefully. They suggested one about meal planning. Let's see. I created the calendar for the month of March, and we will probably post that within the next week on our Facebook. That way everybody can see that as well. For the Breakfast with the Bunny event, that is on Saturday, March 23rd. We are selling tickets. We started February 1st, and we will sell those through March 11th. I think we currently have 5 people signed up for that. And C&T Catering will be doing the breakfast for us. And then you can use the QR code on our Facebook flyer to sign up. We have had donations from Soldiers in the Army of the Lord, Mike's Cycle and Auto, Drug Free Communities, and USLA Bank. And then for Eclipse, we had donations from Dot Foods and then Pepsi in Brookville for our concession stand. Some of my goals are to get the concession workers hired and get all their shirt sizes, get shirts ordered, get their packets ready so they know what is expected of them. Same with certifications, and to hopefully get all of our lifeguards certified within the next month. And then just try to get a couple more sponsors for our Breakfast with the Bunny event if we can.
How many lifeguards are you planning on hiring? Because we had such a high rate of attrition last year that we thought we almost had enough hired, and then suddenly we didn't have enough hired at all.
She said 20 earlier.
Yeah,
Well, that's how many applied, but how many are we intending
we will
on?
hire
All of
all
them.
if they pass the class.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have to pass the class. So we cannot tell them today, okay, you're hired. They have to take the class and pass it and get their certification, then they will be hired.
So if all 20 of them pass the certification, then we should not have the problems, staffing issues that we had last
We
year.
hope not. We hope not.
And we'll
I
be
mean,
able to keep the pool open in a more timely and regular manner.
Yes, that is the goal.
Okay, okay.
The lifeguards, we have decided that we're going to have them sign a paper that states we will pay for their certification, but if they do not complete the season with us, then they will owe us for their certification. So we're hoping that will encourage them to stay with us.
Their contract.
Yeah,
Yes, contract.
they're gonna be contracted people,
Well, the cost.
and they will be assigned so many hours a week, and you are expected to fulfill that obligation. Okay, good.
Your workers for the eclipse viewing, for like concessions, who are gonna be, who you guys?
Logan is working on that,
Okay.
so I'm not
I-
quite sure who he has asked,
Okay.
but we are looking for some, and
Okay.
you know, we may have to fill in, and
Okay.
just depends
Just
on who we
curious if we were
find.
gonna hire those concession workers for the pool and like throw them in and.
Oh, that's not a bad idea. Well, here's your first training.
Take it to the wolves.
They're not gonna be in school.
Right, that's
Not a
true.
bad
That is a thought.
So that would open up that, and it might honestly be a good experience for them to learn what they're going to have to do prior, because working concession looks a lot of fun from the outside, but not necessarily from the inside.
Anything else, Chris?
I think that's it for now.
All right, thank you. All right, is there any old business to discuss? If not, we'll move on to new business. Printer, copier, and fax machine.
Yes, so we do a lot of printing for the school. Like when we, any event we have, any sports registration, we have, we get the approval from the school office, and then we've been having Rosemary's office print flyers, and we print over 1,000 every time. And we pass those out to every single elementary school in town, and then those kids can take those flyers home. And I do believe that it helps with our registrations. Not the way Facebook works, you don't always see what we post, and unless you're searching for it, and so it may not show up in your feed, and so we just want to make sure that we are able to inform everyone the best that we can, and so sending home flyers really helps. So, but it's not something we can continue to do with Rosemary's office, and so we are looking at a bigger copier, because we do not have one in our office. And Rosemary gave me the information of the lady that she works with, and the rest of the city. They actually all go through this company, and so I've been working with them. We do have money in our Miller Sports and Miller Soccer that will pay for this. There'll be no issues with that. So I just wanted to share that with you and get approval to go ahead and purchase this machine, so that we can just function better in our office, and then we can make copies of those flyers and get them sent out to everyone. And it's just going to be
This
better
is the
for our
Rico?
office.
This is very similar to the one that is in every school.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it works fairly efficiently, unless you run 1 million copies on it like they do in the school corporation.
Yeah. And all we'll pay for, so we'll buy it outright, and then, and so that'll be ours. And then we'll just have a monthly charge on the quantity that we print. So they will replace the cartridges when we need them. We will have to buy our own paper, which we do that now. But the cost per copy is actually cheaper than what we're paying now. So that's going to be good too.
Be careful when you're ordering the cartridges. Make sure that you always have a spare.
Yes.
Because sometimes they do not deliver those in a timely manner, and the light goes on, and it says toner needed.
Yeah.
And then you're stuck unless you do have, because they'll try to just give you one. And we
Yeah.
have to be very aware of that, because you don't have anybody to call, another school to call to get a thing of toner. And you can
Yeah.
only shake it so long.
Right.
They
Yeah.
will service that too?
Yes.
It's the servicing contract. Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we just need a vote for that?
Yep.
It's a really good, I was using one this morning.
Oh,
Yeah.
And
It is good, and it'll punch holes, which
It'll hole
Kelly's
punch.
excited about.
It'll hole
And it's
punch.
staples and,
Hole
you know,
punch,
all the
staple,
fancy
staple,
things.
it'll
So,
hole punch, staple, collate,
Yeah.
sort, all kinds of wonderful little things. that
Yep.
It will make your life so much easier.
yes.
All right, so I'll need an entertain a motion to approve the purchase of the printer, copier, and fax machine.
I'll
So
make
moved.
that motion.
We'll go with Vane,
Second.
okay? Ian and Vane, okay? All those in favor of approval of the purchase? Aye.
Aye.
Those opposed? Okay, motion carried.
Just make sure you feed the paper in properly. No, seriously, it has two trays, and it'll automatically shift from one side to the other. And if you don't have it in just right, it won't shift properly, and then you get a code that says it's misfeeding, and to pull the thing apart and to get all that paper out, but it can be avoided. Make sure you fluff your paper too.
Okay. You may have to come give us a
I can
tutorial.
give you, I
when we
can
get
give
it.
you a copy machine tutorial, happily. Happily.
All right, next on the new business, we have
Well,
the Longwood Bridge
Yeah, and I was
installment
thinking as I was
Yeah.
planning for this, it's actually in the claims, but I just wanted you to have this so you knew about it. But we have another installment due to the bridge, so that's why I gave that to you. So you'll be approving that.
With the
I believe it's
claims.
in your claims.
Okay.
So
And I did see the share on the Facebook with the update with,
Uh-huh.
with the company doing that, so thank you.
yes, I'm glad that he's been doing that post
Yeah.
each week. And
Yeah, so that
It's
was
been
good.
helpful. They're moving right along. They really are. So
There's-
it's
yeah.
hard to see it at times, but they really are moving
Yeah,
along
it's a
with it.
good project. All right,
Yep.
next we have the sports scholarship, which I don't know that we want to say a name
No.
on that in on the public, but
No.
that's just a copy of that.
Yep, and I do need approval to, because this will come out of our, Chuck Lewis Fund, and we have to have board approval
For that.
in order to
Okay.
take it out of that fund.
Okay,
So, I'm just asking for approval to accept this sports scholarship.
all right.
So moved.
Vane, do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, Vane and then Julie. All those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Those opposed? Motion carried. Thank you, Marla, for that. All right, and then on the next new business item, we have park hours.
So this is just something that can be discussed now. It doesn't have to be decided right now, but as we're planning for Roberts Park and future improvements, skate park, pump track, playground, everything that we're doing. And as I've talked to a couple other parks who have a skate park and a pump track, and I spoke with the mayor as well, and there's just, it's currently in the ordinance that the park closes at 10. We are suggesting possibly not having that as an ordinance option because we know in the summertime, and it happens now, like it happened last summer, people are there playing tennis, they're there playing basketball because it's still nice out, it's light. even at 9:30 at night. And we have lights everywhere. With the new skate park, we will put lights there as well. We will have cameras everywhere. And so it's just been suggested that maybe the board consider changing that ordinance for the future. It doesn't have to be decided today if you want to take time to think it over, or you can discuss it and make a decision now. But it is just something that we probably should consider, because we're going to be adding some great features to the park, and people may want to stay there later. And the police always do a drive-through on their evening shift anyways, and so, you know, we do have people monitoring the park. The lights are on. And then we also have weddings that tend to go till midnight or after. And so with the ordinance, technically they're supposed to be out of the park, but we allow it for the weddings in our buildings to go later than that, and they can stay however late they would like to book the building for. And so I just feel like that's something that we need to review.
I think we might need to have a general policy, but for a specific event, we could give them a little more flexibility, because a lot of parks are open. At what time do we open in the morning?
It does till dawn. Is
Dusk till
technically
dawn,
the-
so, but there's certain parks that are posted from like 6 in the morning till 11 at night, but people who are using the facilities are exempt from that because it's not recreational use, it's actually contract use, and that makes a difference.
But she's saying
We're-
that because of the different people playing tennis and,
Yeah.
you know,
Basketball,
basketball,
the
that wouldn't be a
skate-
group.
the skate track, pump track, or the pump track, skateboard track, they like to come later.
Individual use.
And you know, I've had some really great comments from other cities who have put these in their parks, and they have nothing but positive things to say about offering that as just one more entity at a park. And they don't have any issues. Yeah. But they do allow them to come later because they do enjoy that. And we're gonna have lights up and everything, so.
It's just security issues that are a little bit concerning. But with the lights and the better lighting
And we'll have, yeah, and this is more future, like, once we have the surveys turned in and we move along on this project, it probably won't be completed till next year.
Okay.
But we will have, cameras, we're looking at a security system, we
Okay.
will have lights everywhere at the park. So, it's something, you know, you can make a decision tonight, or just think about it and we can come back to it at a later date. But I just wanted to bring that up as something that we probably should consider doing.
Okay.
So if everybody wants to think about it, we can bring it at the next meeting for a vote. If everybody wants to get their consensus on it. Okay.
And then I
Alright.
have one more thing.
Sure, go ahead.
So Anne brought to my attention today that the March meeting, probably we need to look at. I know last month we changed the March meeting because of spring break, so we changed it to March 18th. But, we found out that the winter sports banquet is on March 18th. And, there's probably quite a few of us that will be at that banquet, and so we need to probably pick another date to have the March meeting.
And that, other nights during that week are off because that's the bunnies and brownies
Yeah,
event as
busy
well.
week.
And then
It
spring
is.
break the following week. And then do we want to have it before then? Because then that's going to be like,
Not too, there
it's a
won't,
couple weeks away. so-
right, and there probably won't be a whole lot to discuss, being
Right.
just a couple of weeks away.
But we'll need to discuss, we'll need the claims and,
Yes,
so when do you
if it
think?
doesn't, if the schedule doesn't work out, the one thing that we can do is we would have to do an email vote for claims.
Claims.
Okay.
It's not preferred, but if it just
We've done it
isn't going
before.
to work out, then that's what we would have to do.
Well, that whole week, that's the week before spring break, and that just is kind of nuts.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the consensus? Does everybody want to do claims and by email or?
Do you foresee
Okay.
that there's anything urgent that we're going to need to have to deal with as a group, other than the rather perfunctory thing of the claims that we usually do?
No, not that I can think of at this moment. There isn't anything that will be pressing for that meeting.
Okay.
Okay. All right, so we want to just go with the March meeting by email
Okay.
and make that change.
Okay. Did you get that, Justin? Thanks.
So then that will put our April meeting back to our regular schedule,
Yes.
which will be April the 22nd.
Thank you.
The 4th, or no, the last last Monday would be the 29th.
No, it'd be
The
the
fourth.
fourth.
It's the
So it's the
fourth, it's not the
22nd.
last, it's the
Yeah.
It's the
fourth.
fourth.
So April 22nd is our next
Meeting.
in-person.
And that's really that's a little bit earlier than we usually have it, because there's 5 Mondays in April.
And then that is back to 6:30.
Yes.
Regular time.
That'll be 6:30.
Okay, so you want to mark off at the bottom of your agenda and just add April 22nd at 6:30 for the next regular meeting. Okay. All right, anything else?
Thank you all. That was a lot.
All right, so on to miscellaneous business. Do we have any miscellaneous business? Yes, sir.
This is unusual, but today, this morning at about 6 o'clock, whenever sunrise is, take a look at sunrise on sunrise, and the moon, full moon, is going down. And you'll be able to catch it again tomorrow, I believe. The moon moves about 15 degrees every day, and it's just going to be, it'll be very close. But the sun, it's just beautiful to have the sunrise this time. It's because it's totally clear, and yet there's a little bit of a fog, and it's gorgeous. And excuse me for for bringing it up, but and then it's to see them both, that way is insane. It's good.
Okay.
It's like the opposite of the eclipse.
All right, anything else for miscellaneous business this evening? Okay, we'll go on to claims, including payroll. Do you have any questions regarding in your packet? Okay, if not, I'll entertain a motion.
Motion we accept.
Okay, Julie
I'll second it.
and Angie. All those in favor?
Only
All those opposed? Okay, motion carried. Okay, public forum. We have a couple people visiting this evening. Would you like to come to the podium and state your name?
As soon as she gets out of the way.
Sure, you're fine.
You can climb over the seats.
I'm a little too old for that. A couple of years ago, maybe.
Right.
Yes. My name is Timothy Schulte. This is my wife, Beth.
Okay.
We've just recently moved back into town a couple of years ago. Of course, as you can tell, with the disability. Most of our concerns are dealing with the accessibility of the park, especially as far as restrooms are concerned.
Okay.
And I spoke in great detail with Marla about this the other day on the phone. But, it's very difficult for a spouse or something to go into, let's say, the ladies' room to help a spouse, or the other way around.
Sure.
If that is needed. So, if the board could look at, along with the city council, into maybe building on a family bathroom or a single-use bathroom there at the park, so that there wouldn't be that concern, would be fantastic.
Yeah, definitely, we can take that under advisement.
Okay?
Yes, appreciate your letting us know.
And we're also here to volunteer if you need anything that we can help out with.
Perfect, perfect. We always look forward to volunteers. Thank you.
Yes, thank you.
Mine got all my information, phone number and everything, so.
Great,
Well,
yes.
thank you for coming
Great, for
tonight.
coming.
Appreciate it. All right, anything else for the good of the cause this evening?
We've got lots of signups for sports. Logan said they're doing very, very well with soccer and baseball and,
Yeah, Kelly sees it every day, so.
and that's good.
Yes, it is. Yeah,
Are
it is
people
very good.
Are people utilizing the app?
Oh, yeah.
Good.
That's what I
Good,
was
great.
wondering, too. Online is really helpful.
Good,
And
good.
also, apparently, he's got a really good situation with soccer referees, which we've
That's
been
good.
working
Blackout.
hard on, that are gonna be
Good.
official referees. I mean,
He's doing a great
sanctioned
job.
people. So
Yeah.
Logan appears to be doing a really, really good job.
Yeah.
And that benefits the kids.
Yeah.
Right.
And,
I'll
How
mention the
wonderful.
app. So if you haven't downloaded the app is Member Me Plus, and there's a lot of great information on there. You can download it, choose Connersville Parks Department, and I try to update that every month with new information. There's announcements on there. There's our flyers are on there. Our annual board report is on there, or annual parks report is on there. Our sponsorship packet, some pages of that is on there. So there's a lot of great information, and then you can also log into your online portal to register. So just throw that out there. Little PR right there. So
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, thank you.
it's a good app. It really is.
Definitely use the app.
Has that been on the website?
Yes.
Parks, I've just missed it.
Yeah.
Where is it again?
It's an app on your phone. You just go to the App Store on your phone and download Member Me Plus.
Remember Me Plus, okay.
Yeah.
I'll tell people that.
All right. If there's nothing else, I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn.
Second?
Second.
All those in favor?
hi.
Those opposed? Okay. Adjourn.